let's connect with the management of Bodhitree Multimedia, and Mr. Mautik Tolia, who is the chairman and MD of the company, is joining us on the show right now. Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Tolia, and thank you so much for your time. First up, the company has announced a right issue. So help us with the details about the size of the right issue.
Hi, the size of the rights issue is 45 crores, and it's being given as at a ratio of about 4:9. It's at
Right.
8 rupees a share, and it will open on the 15th of April, and the duration is going to be till the 28th of April.
Also, Mr. Tolia, please weigh in on how will the proceeds of for the rights issue be used for?
The proceeds of the rights issue is essentially going to be towards working capital requirements, towards the acquisition of a lot of production companies that we've done over the last year or so, wherein we are going to be essentially aggregating a lot of this content that's going to be coming to us. So that's primarily the end usage, and also in terms of the company creating its own IP, primarily for use in new media.
All right, but along with that, what we understand that the company is involved in content creation. So, what's the revenue breakup when it comes to the TV and the OTT space? Give us some sense there.
So at present, the revenue breakup is about 50%, 50-50, where the television contributes to about 50% of the revenue and OTT does about 50%. But going forward, the company a movement that we see is going to be in the next couple of years is almost going to be about 80% in the digital and the OTT space and 20% towards television. And that's where we see a major growth area coming for companies like us, which are ideally positioned, having a track record in creating OTT content and digital content.
Right. Also, Mr. Tolia, tell us what are the growth plans in the OTT space? How is the demand trend looking like, and also the client confidence? How does that look like?
So at present, the digital and the OTT space is booming. We are looking at 1 lakh crore industry in digital media, which is what is projected for next year. Indians are creating about 2 lakh hours of content every year. So that's a massive spurt. In terms of that, 270 million television households, we are consuming content on digital at about 4.95 hours a day. So, I mean, needless to say, it's a massive industry in terms of content consumption, and we are looking at a shift happening from the traditional forms of entertainment towards digital media. And that is what we are ideally poised towards, because we are looking at robust demand coming in from the digital space. And we at Bodhitree Multimedia are very committed towards creating content and also creating our own IPs in this space, where primarily towards YouTube, towards working with other digital platforms. That's the space that we know is going to be the main growth driver for entertainment content in the future.
Mr. Tolia, IP rights is a very important in media. Now, since your company also has a content pipeline, will we see large IP rights value moving into the balance sheet?
That is where the end game is for us, where the IPs that we have started creating now are the ones that will start moving into the balance sheet in about 12 months and 24 months time. And the idea over a period of time is to start building up annuity income through all these IPs that we are creating now, so that the company moves into a more robust growth mode, which is not just dependent on sponsorships or revenues, which obviously will come in and through viewerships, but at the same time towards royalties and annuity. And that's the big move that we want to do. And right now, the spurt in the digital media, because that's essentially where the disruption is taking place. And the last time we saw something like this was when entertainment and media moved from terrestrial to satellite, which was about 2 decades back. It's a similar disruption that we are seeing right now, and we want to take advantage of that by having our IPs at the forefront of content creation, and these IPs then help us and our investors in the future to optimize our revenues.
Right. Mr. Tolia, so any new key launches in the pipeline for 2025? If yes, what are the segments where we can see these launches?
So the launches are primarily going to be in 3 or 4 areas. The first area of focus for us is YouTube, where there's about 15 to 20 YouTube channels planned out. There's about 5 that we are right now doing, but there's 15 more that we plan to launch this year. Apart from that, in the OTT space with the digital content platforms, we have about 5 or 6 properties lined up. Then in the television space, we have about 4 to 5 properties lined up. So a fairly decent content pipeline to come in over the next 12 months.
But lastly, Mr. Tolia, the company's foray into the media infrastructure with the recent signed rupees 500 crore of MOU with Assam government. Give us some details about this, and by when can we see the benefits impacting the company?
So the media infrastructure for us is again a big growth area, because where we see that the content economy is growing to the extent that we spoke about, more than a few lakh crores, it is the infrastructure that is needed to support the creators that is missing. And now we are looking at a more decentralized model where content creation can happen from any part of India. And which is why we are very excited about the Assam venture, because the idea is there to work with local content creators, especially making it a hub for Northeast, and helping them optimize their potential, and at the same time be able to build that growth story across the Northeast and the eastern part of India. And that's where, and that's the idea, to keep our content creation expertise and also start moving up the value chain in terms of creating all these other verticals that we have over the period of time. And we see this starting to impact our balance sheet about from this year itself.
Right, Mr. Tolia, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us on our show. We will let you go on that note.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.